All right. Hey, welcome. It is Brush Clinic night, and we are excited that you are here to learn about our fantastic brushes and how to use simple tools to create flawless look. So I'm just excited about this. So I'm Beth Gallagher. I'm a sales director with Mary Kay. I've been building in Mary Kay for more than half of my life now. So I'm super excited to be teaching you. One of my favorite things in Mary Kay is to help teach other people to really just learn more, be more, and just totally understand how to have great skin, great color, whether you're a minimalist or you like a lot of color, how to utilize the right tools for the process. So, just like you trust any mechanical thing to the right mechanic with the right tools, well, I want you to be assured that your independent Mary Kay beauty consultant will be instructing you on color using the right brushes. And those are our tools. Yep, the tools we're going to talk about tonight. And we are going to have a power packed moving 30 minutes here. So, our professional brush set is definitely a must have for every person. Okay. If you want to wear foundation, if you want to wear powder or have any kind of color at all, we have our professional brush set. Comes in its own little toolkit. Yep, you could call it your tool belt. But it all comes in here. We're going to discuss this in the next 30 minutes. All right, so let's get the party started because I like to do giveaways. So the first thing that I want you to do is type in the chat, and whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching this on a YouTube replay, whether you're doing a Facebook party with this recording, or if you are doing the Zoom right along with us, I want you to type this in the chat. Question number one to get into our giveaway. Who is your consultant and how long have you been a Mary Kay client? So go ahead and type that in the chat. Who is your consultant? Do you know that your consultant gets credit for you watching this, for you being a part of this, for you learning more about our brushes? That's right, she gets credit. It counts as one of her 30 faces, and she strives to have 30 faces every single month. And then your consultant and how long you've been a client. Go ahead, type it in the chat. We're going to be pulling all those names and we're going to be doing a fun spin to win wheel at the very close of the party. All right. Well, I was once a client now, and then I was a consultant, and now I am a sales director and teaching all types of people from brand new consultants to brand new clients to seasoned consultants. So I'm excited that you are on here tonight. And I'm going to take a drink of water. Mm. All right, there we go. All right, so we love our clients, and here's why. Because I always say a client is just one decision away from becoming an independent Mary Kay beauty consultant. So for me, I loved how my skin felt after my very first facial. I was blown away by the income potential of the clients for the consultants and what they were earning that night. And then I was like, oh my gosh, they were consistently working their business, and that type of money was unbelievable. I certainly was not making that as a college graduate. So I loved it. To seal the deal, though, for me was I heard that the priorities were God first, family second, career third. And as a single mom of one, I went, oh my goodness, that did it. I signed my independent beauty consultant contract that night and I started my training. So watch us tonight, okay, and see if you are ready to make that one yes decision to join your consultant's team. You can choose to be a $35 e-commerce consultant where you run your business online with your website, your My Shop e-commerce business, or you may choose to add on the $90 professional bundle and be on your way to earning money for maybe new carpet, new braces, a trip, a vacation. I don't know. Maybe just simply extra income for today's extra expenses, whatever that looks like. Okay. So you've got all that typed in the chat now, who your consultant is and how long you've been a client. Here's question number two for the giveaway. All right. Drum roll. Do-do-do-do. Here we go. Do you currently have any Mary Kay brushes? Any of them? That's a yes, no. I have no clue. I got so many brushes. But how many? How many Mary Kay brushes do you have? We've had different brush sets through the years. So whatever kind of Mary Kay brushes you've had, how many Do you currently have any Mary Kay brushes? And if so, how many? How many? Okay. So that I want you to type in the chat too. That's going to get you entry number 2 for the free giveaway at the end. Well, we're going to start tonight with foundation application tools. And we have 3 foundation application tools. And the first one I'm going to talk about, the second and the third one, Vicki Henn is going to talk about. Vicki is a top leader in my unit, and we are so excited she is on here tonight. So the first one is our blending sponge, okay? And I got it in this nice little wrapper here. I personally do not use this one, but this is the lightest weight application. So what you can do, it's got this fun little pointy end on it here. Okay, it's got a flat end, so you can really stipple in the foundation. You add a little water to this, squeeze out the excess water. That holds your foundation on the outside of it, and you get a very nice sheer application. A very sheer application, and that would be with your liquid foundation or your CC cream. You could have that sheer application. You could also use this beauty sponge, and you could dip it into any of the powders and pat the powders and blend them in with it also. These are only $12. So maybe you are a sponge girl and you're like, I love the sponges. But maybe you like one of these other 2. So Vicki's going to pop on here and talk to us about those. Take it away, Vicki. We'll have her unmute. There we go.
Okay, but I can't see me. I know the computer loves me tonight. So, all right. So I am going to talk about the foundation brush. And the one I like is this slant that you can see the slant on it. And when you're putting this on, this is more for like medium coverage, light to medium. And you can either put it on, and I will do a quick little demonstration here. I have some CC cream because I like the CC cream. You can either put some on your hand, put a squirt on there, and then take your brush and just kind of dab it in there. And then on your face, you just kind of move it around. Now that I got it on my glasses, that's good. But anyway, it's very light coverage, but it's soft, it's washable. So when it's dirty, use like Dawn soap and wash it out and let it dry. That one is, let's see, that one is $14. And do you want me to do the other one too? I think it's yes. Okay. So the other one then is more for a full coverage. And it's this one here. And you can see it's really a dense, very dense bristles on this one. But you put this one on, and you do the same way. And then on the face, and it will be more of a full coverage. They'll cover more, but they're very soft, very full bristles. And it's with the 3, I use this one, but this is great too. And this one here is 16.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, I love those brushes. The angled one is my favorite too. And I have even just squirted it right on the top of it. You can squirt on the back of your hand. You're going to find your best way for application. Thank you, Vicki. Oh my gosh. So those are our 3 applications there. So here's what I want to know. Question number 3 to get yourself into the entry tonight is, what type of foundation do you currently use? Do you use a liquid one? Do you use a powder one? Or none? Type it in the chat. We want to know what type of foundation is your preferred one. What do you use right now? Liquid, powder, or none? Okay. Or if you use something totally different, let us know. We'd love to know that too. And then question number 4, 4th entry you can get here. Okay, I'm keeping you busy. I told you this can go so fast. I'm glad you're here and having fun with us. What type of application tool do you currently use? Do you use your finger? Oh, there's my fingers. Or do you use this blending sponge or some type of a foundation brush? What do you currently use? So 2 more entries. We got 4 total now for you to win the special brush prize at the end of the party. Okay, so let me tell you, you heard about the Faces Challenge, right? So we also tonight, during this party, we have a booking challenge going on. And we have a goal tonight to help each consultant add her next party or parties, okay? Every consultant in my unit has the goal to have 8 parties on her date book as she begins the new calendar month. And so that way she has 8 parties booked and 5 held, 8 to hold 5. It is just a Mary Kate tradition that we do because that's when you are earning the most with your independent business. So you can help her out by saying yes. Yes. And you might want to do a virtual party. Maybe you want to do a Zoom party like this and grab your friends from all across the country. Maybe you want to do an in-person party. So you saying yes, guess what you're going to get? Well, tonight you are going to get a free petite palette. It is our petite palette, absolutely free just because you said yes. And then you're going to get hostess credit on top of that. So just by typing yes in the chat right now, you are going to get a free palette. Who likes free? Yeah, type yes. We all like it, right? Yes, that means you're going to hold a party for us. When you get your guest list to her in the next 24 hours, we are going to upgrade that palette to the perfect palette, the bigger one. And that one holds 2 blushes and 6 eyeshadows. It's a $20 value. So say yes tonight. Right now, you're going to get Petite Palette upgraded by getting your guest list to your consultant in the next 24 hours, and you will get the next bigger palette. All right. So here's what's going to happen though. The first 3 people that say yes tonight, you're going to get a special brush from me. So make sure you are typing yes in the chat. I'm sure it's just blowing up right now. So I am so excited about it. Well, let's move on to our professional brush set. This is our professional brushes, and these brushes are amazing. These are all made with synthetic fibers so that we can have just a perfectly uniform bristle and brush. So you're getting the same application. Natural hair bristles went out a long time ago because they just were not consistent. Thus, they were natural. You know, they're just cannot be consistent. So Mary Kay designed this professional brush set. Let's talk about what comes in this professional brush set. We have an all over powder brush, and you'll notice this brush is contoured. Okay. You see the contour on there? I even have some of my powder popping out of there. You might see the little smoke rising up. Yep, that's my powder in there. Okay, so with this being contoured, you can dip this into either your silky setting powder or your translucent powder to just give that matte look to the skin. And what you do is you dip that in and then you roll it on your skin. Okay, you roll it on all over. That's how come it's got all these different layers of bristles in it. And then I polish it, buff it right off. So if you're playing with yours at home, go ahead, dip that in there and then press it in all over. And then just go back and buff it up and out. You can also use this all over brush for bronzers. Now, we came out with some bronzers last year and they just sold out so quickly. So maybe, just maybe, Mary Kay will bring them back out this year so we can have bronzers again. And if I was using this brush for a bronzer, I would dip it in my bronzer. I like to sun kiss my cheeks, the top of my forehead, and wherever else the sun would naturally hit me. Okay. I just like to give myself that little sun kiss look. You can layer bronzer, but just make sure you're using a bigger brush so it's a lighter application. The fluffier brush, the lighter the application. Just always remember that. So that is the all over powder brush. If you're buying this individually, this one is $18 if you need this to just fill in. Next up is our blush brush. Now, this is a multifunctional brush. Let's just be clear about this brush. I'm actually going to grab this. This is a multitasker, and I want to read about it quickly. It's a short little blurb here. It's a multitasker. It has a 3-in-1 shape. So you kind of see that angle there, okay? But it's got this little divot right there. You can see it when I put it toward the light. You can put your thumb right in it, and you literally can fan it out. And then you can put highlighter on the top of your cheek area. We have 2 different highlighters. We've had some limited edition ones. You could use a light eyeshadow to highlight the cheekbone and the top of the cheekbone. So this new brush shape helps anyone create makeup looks with confidence. And honestly, that is so true. It excels at blendability, application, and pickup. And these synthetic bristles are compatible with any liquid, cream, or powder blush. Okay, so what I like, you can actually put liquid blush. We just came out with some new illuminating ones that just give your face a dewy look, and you actually can put that on with this brush. I like to put highlighter in the center of my face. I can fan it out, or I can just squeeze it down a little bit and get a little narrower. I also have one that I like to use bronzer, and I like to apply bronzer in underneath my cheekbone to give me a little bit more depth in there. And then I have a third blush brush to put on my powder blush on there. Okay, so this one is just amazing. It's got that angular shape to it. So you can use it however you need to. You can use it wide, you can use it thin, depending on your face structure. So that's the cheek brush in the professional brush set. Now, the 5 brushes that come in there, if I were to total them all up, it's $70. I'm going to tell you the special price in just a moment. All right, so now let's talk about the 3 eye brushes that come in that professional kit. So you've got your all over powder brush, you've got your blush brush, and then you have 3 eyeshadow brushes. This is your all over eye color. Again, the fluffier the brush, the lighter the application. This one is great for light colors, and you want to just smooth them on all over. So if you're playing around with that tonight, grab that in your lighter color and brush it on all over. Sometimes I'll take a mid-tone color, and that's the only color I put on that day, and I just quick pop it on my lid and up into the crease. Then we have our crease brush. See that fun little angle on there? The longer side of this goes to the bottom. Let me show you here. Okay. So I have my eyes a little darker tonight for being online. So I have this angled going to the bottom. Okay, so you can go back and forth in there. And I have our cream eye color on there to give my eyes a little depth on the screen here. But the all over one can go all over. Okay, so I can take some color, boop, 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 all over. And then the angled one with the long bristles down and pop that into the crease area. And then this smudger brush, it's shorter, it's firmer, they're more dense bristles. This is going to give you a stronger color placement. So for this one, I like to put products right along the lash line in here, or do a little smudging underneath, or giving myself a little bit more depth into that contour of the eye. Okay, so these 5 brushes make up our professional brush set. To buy them all individually, like I said, is $70, plus then you have the case with it. This beautiful set is only $60, only $60. So it's a super great deal. I use these, as you can tell, all the time, just all the time. I love these brushes. They wash up easily, like Vicki said. Just a little dot of, you can use like a facial cleanser or Mary Kay cleanser on it. You can use a little dish soap. I buy the $1 ones. I stick them under my bathroom sink because I don't walk to the kitchen to wash my makeup brushes. Let's be clear. Yep, no, I do not do that. I can be kind of lazy. So, okay, that is our professional brush set. So now let's talk about the extras. We have 4 extra brushes in our line that I want to talk to you about. I'm going to talk about the first 2. Vicky's going to hop on with the masking one, and then I'll finish up with our eyeliner eyebrow one. But the first one is our blending brush, okay? Blending. Now, you notice my eyes are not real blended tonight because I made them a little bit more stark. But when you put on our liquid eye color, our powder chroma fusion eye colors, you can blend, blend, blend. So all the colors become very seamless on the eye area. Okay. So you just take this a puffier eye blending brush. You see how much puffier that is? And it's kind of rounded at the top. It blends. You always want to blend from outside to inside. So blend, 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 circular motion. It's wonderful. Okay, blending brush. The blending brush is only $12. It's a great deal. Next up is our cream eyeshadow one or concealer. We have some amazing new under eye concealers, skin tone concealers, but this flat, long bristled concealer brush with the angles perfectly does your concealer underneath your eye. Yep. You can even dot it wherever you need it and pat, 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 pat. These bristles are amazing for perfectly placing it underneath the eye or popping on your cream eye color on your lid. It'll give you a different intensity of color by doing this. Again, all these brushes are washable. If you are going to use one for eyes, get a second one for your concealer also. Make sure you're getting 2 different brushes. You don't want to have to wash them all the time like that. You want to keep one as your eye one and one as your concealer brush. Again, $12 for these. Then next up, Vicky's going to pop on and talk about our masking brush.
All right, I am back on. Anyway, one of the things that we didn't really say yet is on each brush, it actually tells you what they're for. So I don't know if you can read that, but right there, this is supposed to be the masking brush. But it's right there. It tells you what it's for. So if you forget, oh yeah, that's what it is. So, but I'm talking about the masking brush. And as you can see, it's silicone. It's not a brush. It's actually a piece of silicone that when you use the mask, especially like the charcoal mask, you can put it on. This is actually my charcoal mask. And you actually put some right on here. And then I did wash my face earlier, or as soon as we was done there. But you can just take this and you can just layer it on without getting your hands dirty. It goes on nice and smooth and even. And you can do your whole face or whatever areas you need to do. But using this gives it a more soft, even look. And it'll dry more even when you're doing it. And this brush here is 12.
I love that brush. That is so amazing. That masking spatula is beautiful. And that will go with all of our masks too. And so as you saw, that charcoal mask is our best-selling mask because the charcoal is so good. But grab the masking spatula to go with it. All right. And this is our eyebrow eyeliner brush. Okay. I love this brush. I'm an eyebrow girl, so I like to brush this in, and we've got different eyebrow things too, but you can use eyeshadow and this angled brush. You can also use this angled brush to do eyeliner. So I'm just grabbing just a fun brown that I have here, and I'm just going to go ahead and press it right in. And you can press it in on the top. You can press it in underneath. And you can get a really nice line. You can even use our new cream eye sticks, and you can use this brush to grab like that Midnight Galaxy and line your eyes with it, and it becomes that waterproof quality. Now, this spoolie brush can do a couple of different things. You can separate lashes if you need to. You can brush your eyebrows so that they are contoured and you get all the extra dead skin out of them. Brush them in the opposite direction they grow, brush them straight up, and then just lay those little top hairs right down. So it's amazing. Absolutely amazing brush. This was only $10. Like, oh my gosh, so economical. Only $10 for this one. So that's our eyebrow brush. And like I said, our brushes are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And Mary Kay has the best brush sets. I had no idea. Several years ago, I was doing a party and I had a girl actually tell me she paid $180 for one brush. And I went, wow, brushes are expensive. Ours are amazing and they last and they last and they last. If you do feel like yours have maybe outlasted their lifetime, maybe now is the great time to get a new set. So it is so much fun to have the right tools to do the right job, and it saves so much time and makes you look so professional. All right, so we're going to take another quick break here. If you're playing with your brushes, keep playing with it. But did you know that your consultant values referrals? We do not advertise for clients anywhere. Like literally, we love referrals. And we love having you, our client, bring us new friends who don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant. So we're going to take 60 seconds, yes, 60 seconds to have you type names to your consultant, okay? Now, you can get the names, the numbers to her later or connect her on Facebook or Instagram later, but I want you to start and get those names like Sarah B, um, Tanya M, Jennifer H. You know, just get those all in there. Just type those over to her. So we're going to see who can get the most in 60 seconds for a free Meisler Mini. Yes, take off your makeup without having to wash. It's the Meisler water. So I have one of those. Ready, set, go. Tonight I'm going to go tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick. I could play music in here too. Okay, keep typing. Just keep typing because referrals are so good. They're so much fun. I'm going to keep going with the brushes. Remember, we have our all over one and our blush one. I know you're typing. Keep typing. And then the 3 in there. So we've got 5 in that professional brush set. A couple more seconds here. Keep typing. Who's going to win? Who likes to win? I like to win. I'm a winner. So are you. You're a winner for being on here tonight. All right. And time's up. So we're going to have the consultants add up all the names they got, and they're going to type that in the chat so that we know who was the winner. Okay. Who got the most referrals and who gave them the most referrals. Okay. So we're going to know that in just a moment. So as we wrap up our brush clinic tonight, I want you to tell us one thing in the chat that you learned tonight. One thing, just type it in the chat. What did you learn tonight? I'm going to bring Vicki back on here with me as we wrap all this up. So, yay, Vicki.
Yay.
Yay, with her charcoal mask. Woohoo! I love it. We're going to go like this. Here we go. Now we're side by side with each other. So tell us one thing that you learned tonight about brushes. And that's what I want you to type in the chat. So if you're watching this on YouTube or you're doing this with a party, we are the greater than unit. So we do a lot of parties and we have a lot of fun with it. Tell us which brush or brushes you want to add next, okay? Tell us which brush or brushes you want to add next. You can type that in the chat. And then number 3 is if you want it all, you will want your consultant to send you an e-commerce link to begin your Mary Kay journey. And so just type e-commerce in there or just e-link in the chat and your consultant will know to get the link over to you. So let's just close out with how do I order? Okay, you're telling us one thing you learned. Tell us which brush or brushes you want to add next. And then if you want it all, you're going to want your consultant to send you that e-link for the e-commerce to begin your Mary Kay journey. So how do we purchase products? Well, you purchase directly from your consultant. She has products in stock, ready for delivery. She is faster than Amazon Prime. So just so y'all know that, she's got it. The first one up is our professional brush set with the toolkit and the all over brush, the blush brush, your all over eyeshadow, and your angled brush and your smudger brush. And as Vicki said, thank you for pointing that out, Vicki. They all have a name on their handles. I think that's so amazing. Thank you, Mary Kay, because we want to make it easy. That set is $60. That set is $60 for the professional brush set. Okay. Next, we have our add-on brushes, the 4 that I showed you right at the end, the mask applicator, the eyebrow one, the blending one, and the cream concealer. This is normally a $46 value, and you're going to get it for $36. Okay, so you're going to get your spoolie brush for free by getting all 4 of them. So I think that's just an amazing deal there. So you're going to get it for $36. Now, when you purchase both of these sets, it would be $96. You then can get a free foundation of your choice or a free perfect palette. Okay. And you can add on any of those foundation brushes or the sponge, 12, 14, or 16. Okay, that's pretty easy to remember, 12, 14, or 16 for whichever style you like with that. Okay, so purchase both sets for $96 and receive a free foundation of your choice. Could be liquid, could be powder, you get to choose. CC cream that Vicki's holding up over there. Or if you don't want a foundation, you can choose a free perfect palette. Okay. So it's so much fun. I am going to be collecting all of the information that we have on our comments. And we're going to get your names on the spinning wheel for however many times you commented. And then I will pop back on with a winner. So my friends, enjoy, have fun. We are glad that you could be on here tonight with our brush clinic. So enjoy your evening, everybody.